Yeah, good morning, everyone. I think today I will talk on how to understand what is being taught. Most people think that if they verbally understand what is said, everything to be understood is already there. But in most subjects, that is not the case. I'll take a simple example and first explain why this additional thing is required. Most of you, I'm sure, has heard about this word pressure. If you ask one of the students to define what pressure is, they'll immediately say force per unit area. And if I ask, is that all? They'll immediately say, yes, it is nothing but force per unit area. In fact, I always say never use the word nothing but because there is always much more to know about things. Now, let us take this pressure definition correctly. Pressure is the force exerted by an ideal fluid at rest, acting normal to its surface. So, pressure will always act normal to the surface. It has to be exerted by an ideal fluid. Only if it is an ideal fluid, the pressure will be acting normal to the surface. Whenever viscosity is there, a tangential component is always possible. And that's why we insist in the definition that the pressure should be exerted by an ideal fluid. Of course, the pressure can be at a point within the fluid also, in which case, if you put to measure a pressure also, you have to put a surface. And then, of course, the surface, the pressure will act equally on all directions. So that's why pressure will not have a vector component. If it is force, normally we say it is a vector, but pressure is not a vector because as the direction of the surface changes, the direction of the force also changes. So it does not act as a vector, but it is acting equally in all directions. The only thing is when the surface which is there to measure it or feel it, to that surface it will always act normal. So now look at this. Pressure, which you thought is such a simple concept, now has many more dimensions. If you want to go further, ideal fluid can be a gas, a liquid, and so on. Ideal fluid, suppose it is moving, and then what would be pressure? So these are all concepts which becomes very interesting when you start going and trying to understand things deeply. In India, of course, the concept of understanding deeply is given in a nice sloka verse, which says, Acharyat Padamadate Padam Shishya Sumedhaya Padam Sabrahmacharibhya Padam Kalakramenacha. So what it means is one fourth of it comes from the teacher. So you have to listen to the teacher extremely carefully and receive what is received from the teacher. Then it says Padam Shishya Sumedhaya. So the students has to by his own effort think, understand, first verbally understand, then of course like other deep understanding which has to be developed and so on. Read more books, read more, and so on. And once that one fourth also is over, then it says Padam Sa Brahmacharipya, by discussing with good students. Any concept, I will have a concept, a friend will have a different concept. So unless you meet these two concepts, understand both these concepts, we are not sure if our understanding is good enough. So that's why this discussion with equals is very important. And once that is achieved, then you are ready to use the knowledge. And that is what is called Padam Kala Kramenacha. By living with the knowledge acquired, you will gain more experience, and that experience will give you deeper level of understanding.